Media Mogul and the Legend Agent to the biggest names in international cricket. This is Basia TV Podcast with Basia Powell. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or entities. The content shared is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute legal, financial, medical, or any other form of professional advice. This episode is brought to you by 124 Nut Out Sports Agency. Welcome to the next level.
Hey guys, it's your favorite truth teller, otherwise known as Basia. Welcome to the Basia TV podcast, coming to you from Naples, Florida, with me, just Basia, no guests. And if you've been tuning in, you already know this is where real stories, good vibes, and honest conversations live. We bring you content you actually want to hear. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button now and come and be a part of this growing community. Let's keep the energy flowing, guys. Okay. If you just so happen to stumble across this podcast today, well, you've been chosen. I need to tell you something that most people would not tell you. You are chosen, and the chosen ones get the hardest tests. Don't expect to achieve greatness and don't have challenges along the way. You want to be successful? Well, as they say in Jamaica, success have teeth and it will bite you. They actually say marriage have teeth, but success has teeth and it will bite you. So many of us want to be number one or at the top of our game. But when we start feeling the pressure of refining our craft, we start boiling under the pressure. We claim we want excellence, but do we really want, or what do we really want to be excellent at? Excellence is not instant. It is not glamorous. It is a long, tedious process of showing up, of field attempts, of what I like to call practicing to arrive at that place called success. I need to tell you something else. It's about fear. Fear is the number one killer of dreams. Most people do not achieve their dreams because they are too afraid to try, or they simply give up. It is not due to the fact that the dreams are unattainable, guys. They simply give up too soon. Or maybe they just don't dream big enough. Also, some individuals' dreams fail because they share their dreams with the wrong people. They share them with people who are afraid to dream themselves. So, some people convince the dreamers that their dreams are impossible. Yup. They told their big dreams to the negative Nancys. And Nancy killed that dream. The funny thing is, everyone working on a dream has some element of fear. So fear is normal. I am fearful that I would not exceed over 100 million subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, like Jay Shetty. But I am more fearful of not fulfilling my dream of doing this podcast. Likes and following have magnified our fear of trying. Real talk. Everyone is chasing a following. Your following and your dreams are two different things. Here's what you do. Follow your dreams, and when you achieve your dreams, people will follow you. I'll let you sit on that for a minute. With that in mind, I need to tell you something about chasing. Chasing will not get you what you want. I feel like the worst thing that could have been said to us growing up is go chase your dreams. How many of you heard that? That gave me instant anxiety. Some of us misinterpreted that advice and felt like whatever we want, we have to chase. And my advice to the younger generation and my younger self would be to go pursue your purpose, not chase your dream that somebody made you believe was actually a dream. You know, for some of us who went to law school because our father or our mother wanted us to be lawyers, or our father and mother wanted us to be doctors, along the way, we started to convince ourselves that it was our dream. Do you know how many people I know are living their parents' dreams? I know some lawyers and doctors who did not want to be lawyers or doctors. There's so many people in these professions who simply wanted to be a chef, a yoga instructor, a singer. Many of us who are people of a particular age have a lot of regret about the calling we ignored. We were trained to pursue a path or a profession that seemed to be more prestigious and lucrative to our society, as opposed to following our purpose. Now, this brings me to that other thing I need to tell you. It's about money. Money will not make you happy. So don't chase it. You are probably saying, but Basha, you don't know how I am struggling financially right now. If I was rich or I had more money, my worries will go away. Many people don't realize that one of the strategies for having more money is reducing their cost of living. There's so many people who are earning a lot of money and spend 99% of it every month. They have maxed out their lifestyle. Sometimes the more money you make, the more things you buy to try and make yourself happy. When you find your happiness within through experiences, you will have a different approach to spending your money. When you allow money to define you, it can ruin your life. It is crucial to focus on discipline and not money. Money will come and go, but a disciplined mindset about how you manage or spend your money will add more value to your life. So, the money will not change anything. Your approach to spending the money is what will add to your happiness. So, on that note, let's take a quick break and take a look at our new podcast for Gen Zs and go follow them on IG, TikTok, and everywhere. Take a look.
Yeah, so I think the social media does both help and harm us. Like it gives a space for like connection and creativity, but it also gives like a space for you to compare your life to others and make you feel like you're not doing enough. But
Hey man, slow motion is better than no motion.
I agree. That's facts.
Facts.
Not all motion is good motion, bro.
yeah.
I mean, unless you're a young boy though.
Okay. Okay, before you start talking crazy, I think that fulfillment from like social media is gonna definitely affect your fulfillment by just like like as you said, unrealistic expectations by a certain age. Like, of course, it'll encourage you to, because you're seeing things that are possible, but it's not always 100% gonna happen. It's not always in God's plan for you. You know what I mean? But
honestly, I think everything's possible.
That's not crazy to say.
Unless you really want to do it, it's possible.
Facts. Welcome back, guys. And we just gave you a sneak preview of our latest podcast for Gen Z's Cozy Views. Go check them out. It's popping, as the young people would say. Now, back to some things that I need to tell you. So, also, if you've been enjoying this podcast and what you've seen so far, please give us a like, click, and subscribe, and follow us. You will always be in the know when you become a subscriber. We have lots of inspiring content. All right. Now, Let me tell you something about fun. Fun is not optional. Fun is the most important ingredient in this recipe called life. It is the key to a long, happy life. You know, growing up in the Caribbean, I had a lot of fun. Our childhood was about doing well at school, yes. But we always had a party to go to of something or a lime. We call, you know what a lime is? It's not something you squeeze and make juice with. It's when you get together with your friends. That's what we call in the Caribbean. In Trinidad and Tobago, we call it a lime. Our life was so truly rich, even though we really didn't have a lot of money. We had a lot of friends. We had a lot of community. And then a shift took place, and we set aside fun to chase adult dreams. And one day, you wake up and you realize fun is gone. But fun did not leave us. We left fun behind. The moment you stop having fun, you stop living. You might be alive, but your life is dead. When I reflect on the periods in my life when I did not prioritize fun, I was not truly happy and I was not truly living. Whenever my life has balance and I'm fulfilled in my career, um, I'm exercising several times a week, I'm getting together with family and friends. In other words, I'm having fun. Life is good. Fun is important for maintaining great mental health. If our mental health is not in good working condition, we are unable to enjoy a great quality of life. Unfortunately, for most of us born prior to the 90s, fun was not seen as necessary. Don't get me wrong. As a young girl growing up in the Caribbean, I had lots of fun growing up with friends and family. We had a community center where we all gathered to have fun and build community. There was no Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok. We met in person to have fun. Today, people meet online. And according to recent studies done by JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association, it showed that 50% of online social, 50%, let's not ignore that, that's a large number, of online social media users had increased risk of suicidal thoughts and an enormous amount of mental health challenges. And over 48% had higher rates of depression. Over 22% had anxiety from online bullying and too much screen time. Here's the fun fact. Life is nothing without some good old-fashioned fun. Let me tell you something about growth. Yeah, let's talk about growth now. Most of us want to grow, but some people really not interested in growing. They like their life exactly as it is. But for those of us like me who want to continue growing well, growth does not happen without pain. And learning does not occur without lessons. More importantly, we learn our greatest lessons from our mistakes, which is usually, well, usually comes with a lot of pain. So, are you still interested in growth? But if you are open to the pain that accompanies the growth, then you need to know that growth comes with pain. Can you recall a lesson that you've learned, right? As we call it, a painful lesson that you've experienced in your life? I am 100% sure you learned something from that lesson. The other thing associated with growth is letting go. I once heard someone say, to grow, you have to let go. That means letting go of people, letting go of jobs, letting go of situations, letting go of habits that no longer serve you, letting go of drama, letting go of trauma. if you are truly interested in growth, you must let go and get comfortable with your growing pains. It's time to pay some bills. And when we come back, I'll tell you some more little things, little somethings that I need to tell you. We'll be right back.
This segment is brought to you by Ricardo Powell Cricket Academy, based in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey guys, it's your girl Basia, and welcome back to the Basia TV podcast with me, just Basia. Here's another something I need to tell you. You ready for this? This one was game changing for me. Freedom is a real flex. It is so amazing to me how we all make a U-turn in life. Well, at least most of us. Most of us are born free. If you're fortunate enough not to be born in a communist country or something, most of us are born free. And we enjoy that freedom in our early years. And then we stop appreciating the value of freedom until we hit crisis mode. My tip for you is to look at your current obstacles, whether they be financial or otherwise, and revise your life. You know, by focusing on your freedom, you will not be sorry. I promise you. You know, many people move to new countries. After you get to a particular stage, a particular age, one day you get up and you realize, hey, I need a change. And people move to new countries. They move back home with their parents, etc., to recapture the freedom they once took for granted. Some of you may argue, but Basha, the more money I have, the more freedom I will have. Well, not necessarily. You know, if you have not mastered the art of mindful living and being present, having lots of money won't make you more present or more mindful. The ability to be present and to choose peace in any circumstances is a real strength. It does not matter how much money you earn. What matters in the long run is how much you spend. Your freedom will be determined by your choices. If mentally you do not feel free right now, it might be time for you to make some new choices. My lived experience is that freedom is security. So many people have that wrong. If you're not free, you're not secure. So here's that last thing I need to tell you. And it's the most important something I want to tell you. It's about gratitude. The more grateful you are, the more you will receive from the universe and the creator of the universe. If you are always focused on discontentment, you will always be discontented. There are some people who are never satisfied with their lives. They are always looking on the outside for contentment. Listen, my advice to you is there's always something for you to be grateful for, even on your worst day. If yesterday was not such a great day, well, you made it to today because you're listening to this podcast. And so you have something to be grateful for. You're alive. It makes absolutely no sense to focus on yesterday because here's the news flash. Yesterday is not coming back. But if you focus on today, I promise you, 24 hours can make a difference. Yeah. It's your girl Basha. Thank you for tuning in. And stay tuned for more Just Basha every Monday. New episodes are launched every Monday on Basha TV Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then you are going to enjoy the one after this entitled, I Thought This Would Make Me Happy. Always remember that your location determines your value. So be careful where you place yourself and who you place yourself with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I'm outside. Cheers. Basia TV podcast was created by Basia Alicia Powell, hosted by Basia Alicia Powell, executive producer Basia Alicia Powell, producers Delicia Winnell, Alicia Bazin, creative Basia TV Productions LLC Carver Consultant, music, all rights reserved to Basia Alicia Powell and Ricardo Powell. Editors Basia Alicia Powell, Delicia Winnell. Visual effects Basia TV Productions LLC and RJ Powell. Music composer Basia TV Productions, all rights reserved. Guest bookings Carver Consulting, legal consultant Alicia Bazin. Special thanks to all our guests.